up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What's good, people? What is up? What is they went from the 4th level of hell and sent us down to the 7th level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's Meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Well, you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's how I do this song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. This what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Ooh, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitch was going to start. I thought Lil Bird was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Bird was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitch was probably fucking in prison. Uncle Cliff, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. What he had on looked like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Yana Van Zam's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup, clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. And you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. And Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see. Can I see? Hit me up in my DMs, and I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it too. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy.
Hey, I have no idea what just happened, but we're here. Jesus Christ Superstar. What is going on, y'all? What is going on? What's going on? As I guzzle down this good Red Bull, baby, listen, I've had a long weekend, a long day. We are here, tired and fatigued, but we are here nonetheless. Because I missed y'all. Y'all know I went out of town this weekend. Again, y'all know that's the story of my life. I'll be out of town again this coming weekend. I'll be in the great state of Texas, city of Houston. If you're in the Houston area, drop me a line. We might can hang out. But hey, y'all. Hey. What is going on to all of my pupils, hall monitors, and everybody else? It's so good to be back in the saddle and have y'all back with me. The dossier, as you can probably imagine, is packed because y'all had a lot of shenanigans going on this weekend while I was kind of off the grid. I don't even think I can truly, catch up and be brought all the way back up to speed, but we'll do the best we can and try to go from there. Let me take attendance while I can, and while y'all are doing y'all bell ringer assignment, which is for you to hit the like button and share the video out. Hey, Therese. Volvo, hey, Cookie. Jason, what's good, bruh? So Jeff is here. Monk Chip, hey, Monk Chip, boo. Pinky Tiki, Yana. What's going on? Wheezy F, what's going on, everybody? Hey, how are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? How the hell are y'all doing? Lily is me. What's up? What is up? What is up? Now listen. Wait, Jason. What the hell is a super Buc-ee's? Because Buc-ee's, regular Buc-ee's, is grotesquely big. Like a regular Buc-ee's has like over 100 gas pumps at a regular Buc-ee's. So I don't even want to know what a super Buc-ee's is. Like, what is it? The size of a freaking city? Like, I imagine when you tell me super Buc-ee's, it's the size of Rhode Island, or it's the size of the state of Rhode Island or something like that. Like, how does that work? A super Buc-ee's? That sounds scary. Like, I envision it having, the real estate of Pluto or something. I don't know. Hey, Nessa, what's good, boom? Nessa, I'll be down there the weekend of Jazz in the Gardens. I'm just letting you know, Nessa. I'll be down there the weekend of Jazz in the Gardens. So Jeff, you live in New York, so you would have no idea what a Buc-ee's is. Buc-ee's, I believe it started in Texas, but it's a gas station that is like the size of a small town. Like, yeah, it's so huge. Like, it has over 100 gas pumps. When you go inside the gas station, they're making brisket. They got, all types of food and clothes and just everything everywhere. It's just so freaking ridiculous. You get lost in Buc-ee's. You really do get lost in Buc-ee's, the gas station. So I imagine if a regular Buc-ee's has over 100 gas pumps, what the fuck does a super Buc-ee's have? Yes, so Jeff, a gas station. Like, it's one of those things that you have to experience, and you be like, oh, they just over exaggerate, because you always feel like, oh, people over exaggerating on this. I'm like, until you go in there and you go like, what in the world is this madness? Like, it's insanity. Right, Symmetry. It's quite overwhelming. How you doing, Symmetry? Hey, Sharice. All right, Nessa. So listen. Um, yeah, if you've never, the first time you go to Buc-ee's, just carve out about 30 to 45 minutes of whatever travel time, because it's gonna take you 40. You're gonna spend the first 20 minutes at Buc-ee's just standing in one place and looking around at the madness and insanity. Like, you're literally gonna stand in one place and do this. Mouth agape like this. Like, literally. And after you deal with that, it is 24 hours. After you deal with that, then you have to deal with going to the bathroom. Now, they got a lot of bathroom stalls. The problem is, well, I don't know about the ladies, because the men's side, men's bathrooms are never that packed. The ladies' bathroom be out the door. Like, the restroom, if you go to Buc-ee's at the wrong time of day, now the ladies' bathroom, I've seen the line out the damn door for the ladies' bathroom. I think they said 150 pumps. See, it's so bad when you ask when you go pay for your gas, they have to show you a picture and make sure it's the right car, because you might say a number, but they know people a lot of times forget their number because it's like a million numbers. So you be like, what's your number? Oh, I'm number 143. And then they'll show you a little picture. Is this your car? We want to make sure we put the money on the right car. They do have the cleanest bathroom. Now, I ain't gonna lie. The bathrooms be clean as hell at the Buc-ee's. Now they do. They do keep the bathrooms pretty clean. I ain't gonna lie on them now. hmm The bathrooms are clean. I will say that. Apparently, they say the people they pay them pretty decently. I mean, as decently as you can get for working at a gas station, but hey. Hey Xavier. But yeah, it's 24 hours a month, Chip. Hey, Miss Baythang. If you've never been to a Buc-ee's, it's one of those. You got one in Fort Campbell now. Okay, like they've been migrating north. So I believe they started in the first Buc-ee's I ever went to was a few years ago in Texas. And literally, what happened was we were driving on the interstate. There was nothing and nothing but tumbleweeds and land for miles and miles and miles. Then you see the sign, Buc-ee's, exit now. So they were like, "Yo, we about to stop at Buc-ee's to get some gas." They didn't prepare me for all that Buc-ee's was. They didn't prepare me. So I was like, "Okay, I'll just stop. We just gonna stop to the gas station real fast." They were like, "No, we're gonna be here for a minute." I was like, "Listen, it's just a gas station. Can we just, get gas real fastly?" They were like, "You'll see." Sure enough, we stopped, and I was like, "Yeah, yeah." So, but they've been migrating. Like they have some in Florida, they have some in Georgia. I believe they have some in Alabama and Mississippi. I believe so. According to Jason. Now, Jason, do y'all already have a regular Buc-ee's and now they're opening a super Buc-ee's? Like I told you, I'm scared to know what a super Buc-ee's is. Symmetry says they have them in Tennessee. Yana says they have them in Kentucky. Monk Chip says there's some in South Carolina. So I would envision there's some probably in North Carolina. So the one thing I will say about Buc-ee's too, they do have the cheap gas. Now, if you want to know about the prices, they do have cheap gas. They gas be cheaper than the ones than the gas stations around them. I will say that about Buc-ee's. Like they don't try to jip you on the gas. Like they do good on the gas prices. Now I ain't gonna lie. They do real good on the gas prices. Oh, it'll be the first one? Okay. And that's over in Arizona. So if it's one in Arizona, I would imagine that they may have some in New Mexico. Um, and I would imagine they probably have some in Louisiana. So, but yeah, it's an experience. Lily said the stuff they sell is high as hell. I don't really buy nothing. The most I get when I go in there, I might get the briskets. That the brisket is good. I ain't gonna lie, the brisket do be good, dear God. The brisket is good. The gummy bears, the Buc-ee's brand gummy bears are good as fuck. Like Buc-ee's got some good ass gummy bears. Y'all know I'm big on anything gummies. They got some good ass gummy bears. The Buc-ee's brand gummy bears. Let me tell you. That's about the most you're gonna get me to buy. I don't really buy nothing else from Buc-ee's. They be having too much going on. Them people, it be crazy enough. They be taking pictures and stuff. They be doing too much. The jerky is. I heard that the jerky is good, but I be scared to buy all kinds of beef jerky because I don't like the tough beef jerky. I like tender beef jerky. Hey Montrez, what's good? Hey Abby. So yeah, Abby, do they have a Buc-ee's in North Carolina? Excuse me, the Buc-ee's gas station. Do they have them in North Carolina? Listen, Abby's the bathroom always clean. It's the fruit and the pastries for you. Okay, see, I don't be buying all that stuff. I stay real conservative. I might, if I'm in a pinch and I just need some chips, I might buy some chips or something like that. But I ain't going. Now the brisket. The brisket is good. I ain't gonna lie. I tried because they told me you got to try the brisket. I was like at a gas station. They were like, yes, and I tried the brisket. brisket was good. You like Slim Jims though? Okay. Okay. Fran J. Hey, Fran J, you better tell them that brisket is good. Harold, do y'all have Buc-ee's in Alabama? The gas station. Hey, Harold. Oh, that's all you got? Listen, Symmetry, the brisket will make a believer out of you. Oh, they got tender beef jerky there? Okay. My dad buys like 10 bags every time we go. Okay, now Lily, what state you in? Lily is me. Okay, Harold said they have them in Alabama. There's one near Birmingham. Okay. It's like that's just your fried chicken. Don't knock it till you try. Okay. I know that's right. Listen. I'm here to tell you. They hey Nay, is it better than Wawa? It's definitely bigger than Wawa. Now, Wawa has some good food items. I haven't had enough food from Buc-ee's and Wawa to compare. So I don't know. Now, I would imagine Wawa, I haven't seen Wawa make brisket, but it'd be hard for their brisket to be better than Buc-ee's brisket. Buc-ee's brisket is good. It's good. Okay, you in South Carolina? Okay, good. Wawa have good food. Now, they sandwiches is good. Wawa have good food. Wawa isn't as big as Buc-ee's, though. Like, you're going to need about 4 or 5 Wawas to make up a Buc-ee's, one Buc-ee. You're going to need at least 4 or 5 Wawas to equal one Buc-ee's. Hey, Complex 613. Child, I don't even know how we got started on Buc-ee's. We done spent 15 minutes talking about Buc-ee's gas station. It's like I told you, this is like this when you first go there. You literally stand in the in the lobby of the place, just watching everything around you in amazement. Like, is this really a gas station? There's 2 in Florida. There's one in Daytona Beach. Both of them are on I-95. One on Daytona Beach and one on in St. Augustine. Now I heard that they were going to make a super Buc-ee's over by Tampa off I-75. I don't know how true that is, but I had heard that they were going to make a third one, which was supposed to be a super Buc-ee's like Jason was talking about, and that's supposed to be over by Tampa off I-75. So they don't have one yet, but they coming. Listen, they spreading like wildfire. They spreading like racism. You find your Buc-ee's, you'll find you some racists. I'm just telling you what I know. Now that's one thing you will find. If you find Buc-ee's, you'll find some racism, because it's in all the states that are the usual suspects, from Texas all the way over to the Atlantic Ocean, the whole Bible Belt. That's the one thing. Find you a Buc-ee's, you'll find some racism. And when Buc-ee's starts ringing up in your neck of the woods, just understand they're letting you know, yeah, we just like them other yahoos from Petticoat Junction and Yeehaw Junction over there. Yeah, we're like them. Y'all know I ain't lying. Anyway, let me get into this dossier, because I done got sidetracked by the Buc-ee's for a whole damn near 20 minutes now. We done got sidetracked and Buc-ee's will do that to you in real life. Like, you will freaking forget what the hell you were supposed to be talking about. Just a mess. Just a damn mess. Oh, boy. All right, let's get started. So, big news of the weekend wasn't Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee. Excuse me. Big news of the weekend was the fact that my beloved 49ers punched their ticket to Super Bowl 58, as did the Kansas City Chiefs. So in Super Bowl 58, we will have my beloved San Francisco 49ers versus that other team. Now, while I am elated, so elated, I really wanted the Baltimore Ravens to win. Y'all know why I wanted the Baltimore Ravens to win? You want to know why? I was rooting for the Baltimore Ravens to beat the Kansas City Chiefs because now we have 2 weeks of real estate between now and the goddamn Super Bowl. And you know what we're about to be punched in the mouth with? You know what we're about to have shoved down our throats? You know what's about to be ejaculated down our esophagus for the next 2 goddamn weeks? Fucking Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Yes. All day, every day, all channels, everywhere, all commercials, all the time. Taylor, 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 Taylor. So now that Kansas City has won and Baltimore lost, we got to deal with Taylor Swift and this fucking fuck shit. Like, we've been over Taylor Swift over a month ago when I think they first got together back in, what was that, November? I think either October or November they first got together, and we were sick of the shit back then. Do you understand? Like, those of us sans gag reflex will have said gag reflexes tested because every day shoved down our esophagus is going to be fucking Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. I ain't got that type of time. I don't have that type of energy at all. Y'all know mediocre mama. That's what we'll call her. Mediocre mama is heralded by mediocre ass white nation and people descended from the Caucasus Mountains all over the globe. Mediocre mama is the poster child for all things mediocrity. And so mediocre ass people descended from the Caucasus Mountains will celebrate her across the globe. Everywhere the sun touches, they will celebrate mediocre mama. Mediocre mama. And you would think that the gaslighting of us and the hanging from that woman's labia would stop at the people descended from the Caucasus Mountains, but now we joining in. So let me show you this because I'm sure you needed to see this. So like to hear it go. Get some of this.
I think a lot of people are going to be rooting for the 49ers because people are tired of Taylor Swift. That was all. That's all I saw on my timeline. Oh, Taylor Swift, stop.
Taylor Swift ain't on the
Thank
field.
you. That's what you need to be worried about. You need to stop short. As a matter of fact, because here's the thing. What y'all don't understand, the NFL, and I took a page out of the NFL book when it came to my podcast. Right. I'm a sports guy. People would naturally assume I just talk to athletes. But I wanted to talk to entertainers. I wanted to talk to actors. I wanted to talk to celebs. I need a different viewing audience. The NFL said, all y'all that's complaining, y'all gonna watch. But those little 8 to 15-year-old girls, they not watching. They gonna come.
Yeah.
And now advertisers see that's a new base that we can get to. So while y'all talking stop showing on Taylor Swift, the NFL, Roger Goodell promised those owners, he said, I'm gonna turn this into a $25 billion annual revenue. In order to do that,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta have new sources of revenue. Guess what?
And that was the best one.
Amazon
That was
said
the
we
best-
want live events.
Yeah.
Netflix
Mhm.
want live events. They just signed a deal, $5 billion with WWE. What would they play to get a playoff game? YouTube. We want live events. What did they play?
Yeah.
$2.2 billion a year to take over for DirecTV. Y'all need to understand.
I just want y'all to know that it's coming because the caping for one Miss Swift is nauseating at this point, but I'm gonna let them keep going.
NFL playing chess, y'all playing checkers. Y'all talking about stop playing Taylor Swift. They said that we not gonna stop playing Taylor Swift because she's bringing a different demographic and new set of eyeballs.
Different set of eyes. Yeah, I said that we did the show a while ago. I think when she first went to one of the other games, I was trying to explain even then. You know, people, you have to think. You always remember the NFL's bottom line is always money. It will always be about $1, no matter what. No matter what anybody says, always. And understand the attention that she brings and the people, the eyes that she brings that don't even watch the game of football. Don't even watch the game of football. It's from a different perspective of those that don't even watch.
Taylor Swift has generated an equivalent brand value of $31.5 million for the Chiefs and the NFL. Apex Marketing Group tells Front Office Sports. That figure includes print, digital, radio, TV, highlights, social media, going back to Taylor Swift's first game in September. Now tell me the NFL player. Okay, no, the NFL. Tell me the other person that's going to do that.
Wait, how many?
$331 million in value.
Hold on. Let me think. Who else could move the needle like that? Wait, give me a minute. I'm thinking that. Let me think of somebody else can move the needle. I got
no
it.
one.
Beyonce. If hypothetically speaking, if she went with Jay-Z and not Travis Kelce, let's say yeah, Beyonce. She can
not
move
like
the needle.
this. Not like this. These eyes, Ocho. These 8 to 15-year-old eyeballs. Ocho, she
the same. B has the same feeling.
Ocho,
Yes.
I love Beyonce. Beyonce ain't moving the needle like this chick, Ocho. No.
What? You
tripping, Ocho. This girl,
ask the chat.
She's the closest thing to moving the needle like Michael Jackson that we've seen. This is it.
Whoa. Oh, whoa. Reel it back in a little bit, baby. Beyonce moves the needle just like Taylor, if not more.
No, she doesn't.
Ask the chat, please.
You can ask the chat. Ask the chat,
please.
We put it to the chat.
So do a poll. Do a poll. Because Beyonce has those same set of eyes, young, old, middle age, and old, including I. But I'm just saying,
not like Taylor.
I just want y'all to see this level of shucking and jiving and coonery that you got going on from y'all Uncle Shay Shay. Let me finish this out.
Hypothetically
not like
speaking, Beyonce would move the needle the same
not
way
like
Taylor's doing. It would be Beyonce being shown all the time.
Not like Taylor.
Oh, come on. Yes.
Not like Taylor, man. Taylor Swift is, I mean, she a different animal. And Beyonce is phenomenal.
No. Beyonce is on another stratosphere.
I mean, those are the two. When it comes
her visibility, she's not like out there like that the way Taylor is.
What?
So let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. The last time I checked, both of these chicks were on tour last year, right? If I recall. Now, y'all know, we know the L, the Teddy to the 27 ain't no fan of Beyond Skank. I damn sure ain't no fan of Mediocre Mama over there, who I won't even mention her name. She'll just be Mediocre Mama. So, and I'm not a member of the Beehive. We have our resident executive board member of the Beehive right here in the chat. So Jeff. He's executive board member of the Beehive. But if I am not mistaken, didn't Beyonce's worldwide tour do better numbers than Taylor Swift's worldwide tour? I'm just putting it out there. I'm sure y'all can quote the numbers and the stats better than me. But if I recall correctly, I might be remembering the numbers wrong. But if I remember the numbers, I believe Beyonce's worldwide tour did better than Mediocre Mama's worldwide tour. I'm just Chloe. This is what we got going on, Chloe. This is what we got going on, Chloe. Let's be clear. And what's so disappointing, Shannon? See, us as black people, we have a different way of looking at these things because you could say what you want to say about Michael. Michael had talent from inception. Beyond Skank has talent. Mediocre Mama ain't got a goddamn thing. I'm just saying. I mean, do you now? With that being said, do y'all feel Beyonce 2.4 million? I'm sorry, 2.4 billion. Mediocre Mama 1.9 billion. There you have it. The numbers speak for themselves. So, do you believe that Mediocre Mama brings in more dollars and moves the needle for the NFL more than Beyonce? Because it's just not on a face value situation. The one thing that I will say is this: the difference on concert numbers and NFL numbers is different. The only thing that I may agree with is think about the number of Yeehaw Junction, down to the trailer park. We're inbreeding and having sex with our first cousins and getting laws passed in our Congress, in our legislature, statewide, so that I could legally marry my first cousin. Those types of people descended from the Caucasus Mountains, they're more inclined to watch the NFL, and therefore you may have more of them paying attention to the NFL, and therefore they would be more inclined to watch Mediocre Mama than to watch Beyonce. That's the only caveat that I'm going to put to that. But what you may have happen on the other side of that is a lot more of the girls who want no parts of the NFL and wants all parts of Beyonce may now move and gravitate toward wanting to pay attention to what's going on in the NFL if they get to see Beyonce every game at, in the stadium like they do Taylor Swift. Like, didn't they say like Beyonce's halftime was one of the biggest halftime shows they had? I think Beyonce was one of the biggest. Prince was one of the biggest. I think Michael Jackson's was one. I think she's on that top 5 biggest Super Bowl halftime. I'm just saying. But And you talking to somebody who ain't no Beyonce Skank fan. Y'all know I ain't no. I listen. Y'all don't have to ever worry about me over here windmilling for the likes of Beyonce Skank. Y'all know me. I do not windmill for the Beehive or Beyonce Skank. However, I heard this back and forth argument, and I said to myself, self, bring this to your people so they can have this discussion and see that this discussion is going on. Two grown ass black men. I believe Shannon is in his 50s. Ocho is in his 40s still. I know Ocho is in his 40s. And Shannon is in his 50s. And they out here arguing about mediocre mama. Well, they're not really arguing, but having major discussions about mediocre mamas and beyond skank. Not breaking down the X's and O's that's going to go into the 49ers versus the Kansas City Chiefs, but we're breaking down whether or not Beyond Skank or Miss Swift will bring in more dollars for the NFL. I'm just saying. Hey Katrina, this is what we're about to deal with for the next 2 weeks. We got 2 weeks of this. We just starting on this journey, y'all. Hey, Janae Boo. We're just starting on this journey, y'all. And I'm already fatigued. I'm already tired. I mean, Shannon is 55. Okay. I knew Chad was 46. I knew Chad was 46. Big dick ass Chad Johnson. That's a big dick motherfucker. I mean, and allegedly Shannon Sharp says he has peen that makes women defecate themselves. That's what the man said. I didn't say it. The man said he had sex with the girls and they defecate on themselves. I don't know how. That's what the man said. He need to stick the screw with his boyfriend. Now, the people were saying, Xavier, that when he said, oh, the girls defecate themselves after he get through fucking them, the people said you were talking about the girls that may be GWORLS, not GIRLS. And you're actually entering the rectum and booty hole of some boy, and that's why they're defecating themselves. That's what the man said. I'm just telling y'all, the man said. His stuff leaked a while back. Isn't that VD? Like, if you're leaking, isn't that VD? Isn't that some kind of venereal disease? I can't. Y'all got a lot going on in this chat today. Y'all are already starting. Y'all are already clowning in this goddamn chat. No, SJ. Hey, SJ. He said he fucked the girl in her cooch, in the vag, in the cooter. And after he fucked her in the cooter, she shitted herself or farted and it was shit. I don't know. I don't even know that's how the plumbing works down there. I need Janae to help me out because last time I checked, Janae, you're my medical expert, you and Yana and a couple of y'all. And last time I checked, if you screw a girl in the cooter, that shouldn't cause her to defecate. But I don't know. I figure if it's causing you to defecate or crap your pants and he fucked you in the cooter, you already had some shit down there anyway. So if you know you finna get your back blown out, should you go ahead and release the Kraken before he gets there? Like, I feel like that's just a prerequisite. If your ass is about to get your cooter, slayed, if you about to get your box beat in, if you about to get your womb plunged, as you know, you got stuff going on, the bowels are moving, doesn't it make sense to release the Kraken before bruh, dude gets his ass over there so that when he's fucking you, you don't allegedly have him fuck your cooch and you got shit coming out of your ass. I'm just saying, allegedly. Still not up to speed on how that works, but hey, that's where we are. Mm. Not that you say he got a whole Kerry Rhodes situation. Shout out to Kerry Rhodes and Mama that fucked up the game years ago. Remember that whole saga, Xavier? That was about 7, 8 years ago with Kerry Rhodes and little Mama out there was taking vacations and shit. And Mama couldn't keep her mouth closed and had to put everything out and fucked it up for all the girls. Just fucking shit up. Child. Not after a big pot of coffee. You know what? Y'all just will not act right in this goddamn chat. Oh, child. Girl. He been posing with white women ever since that happened, child. If Jay-Z was an NFL player, Beyonce and her hive would generate $1 billion for the NFL easy, child. Then there's that. I just love how they always want to diminish what black people do to make, white people look better than they actually are. Like you want to make mediocre mama look so much better than Beyonce Skank. Now I ain't gonna lie, I ain't no Beyonce Skank fan, but the woman is one of the greatest entertainers ever. Mama is. Her singing, uh, I mean, she could hold a tune. You know what I'm saying? She ain't no Whitney and Mariah or Celine, but Mama can sing way better than mediocre Mama. I'm just saying, not pure for women. I'm not. They actually already have a pure for women. Xavier, you too late on that one. I've seen it. Instead of the blue, they whereas the blue is pink. I seen it. Mm-hmm. Child, it's giving. Shannon dabbles in the snow bunnies and owl. Child. Well, it don't look like he dabbled in the snow bunnies. It look like, I mean, if you're trying to go down that road, Harold, it looks like you might have a chance now. Maybe when he's doing the cooter, he might do the girls descended from the Caucasus Mountains. But when he's doing mooching, from what we see, he likes blacks. He likes us when he's doing the mooching. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. The hive is used to the queen's power being doubted. She proves everyone wrong every single. Oh God, why y'all got So Jeff started? Y'all know how So Jeff is. I don't know why y'all got him started. Moving on. Listen, I told y'all the dossier today is packed. We ain't got time to spend 3 hours on all of the mess that's been going on. So listen, I'm just warning y'all. Listen, I'm just warning y'all that we got 2 weeks. Excuse me, 2 whole weeks. 2 whole weeks of breakdowns of all things mediocre mama and Travis Kelce. Pray our strength in the Lord. Just pray for us. I'm just saying. Please pray for us. Please. 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 So I'm going to drop the links if somebody wants to come up and help me with this. So I guess we got to talk about all that has happened this weekend with Onika and Megan. Oh dear God, my head is already hurting before we even start. However, if somebody wants to come up and help me with this, because I know I'm gonna miss something. I know that I'm going to get something wrong because my level of care is I'm not quite every review's level of caring, but I ain't far from my big sis Ebby or my level of I don't give a shit. I haven't heard that him and Dwight Howard have the same. Dwight Howard likes femme queens. Um Shannon, from what I understand, likes butch queens. Technically, old school, he wouldn't really like butch queens. He would have liked what we used to call old school butch bunnies. Butch queens and butch bunnies were a little different. They don't even have the term butch bunnies no more. They just use butch queens. But you used to have butch queens and butch bunnies, which were very different. So he would technically old school like butch bunnies, new school, y'all would call them just collection of butch queens. But that's just a whole different story. Oh, hey Xavier, let me let Xavier up here. Now, is this you, Xavier?
Yep, this is me.
Okay, I ain't want you to porn bomb us and have
Oh
nothing up
God,
there, you know, flailing in the air.
with dirty laundry in the background.
So let me see. Let me do my recap and then I'm gonna let you go from there with your recap. So my recap is um your girl came out with Megan came out with a dish with her song Hiss on Friday. She lightly referenced Nicki Minaj, which sent Nicki Minaj into some type of psychosis or psychiatric mental breakdown where she damn near lost her goddamn mind for 48 hours and just went fucking crazy on goddamn Al Gore's good internet. And then I saw something about a little white boy that ethered, dog walked, and monkey stomped Nicki Minaj on TikTok. So then the Barbs, activated. The Barbs got the boy kicked off of TikTok, right? And doxed his house and had people show up at his house to murder him, right? Then, because Erica Badu liked something Nicki Minaj put up, the Barbs brought her onto their X, formerly Twitter. What's the new little thing on Twitter that's kind of like Clubhouse where you can invite a bunch of people in? I can't remember what it's
Spaces.
called. Spaces, yes. And so Erica Badu went on there, and the girls tried to gather the Barbs was trying to gather Erica Badu on there, and Erica Badu gathered that young man without even trying by questioning his IQ level, which was sickening to me. And also, then Nicki Minaj apparently put out a diss track of her own called Bigfoot that came out today, where she kind of summed up everything that she had been tweeting out about Megan Thee Stallion sleeping with everybody with a peen, and that Megan Thee Stallion slept with her mama's boyfriends, and the Barbs went and doxed where Megan Thee Stallion's mom was buried and went and desecrated the woman's grave site. Like, this is the craziness that goes on within the heads of the Barbs. Like, this is the insanity that we have going on. What else did she say? I don't know. Help me, Xavier. I don't know what I missed.
It's a lot. It's a lot. But I just want to be clear. Nicki started this because she's been liking stuff for a while. She's been liking the free Tory quotes. She's been talking about the foot. She's been doing a lot ever since WAP. It was all started with WAP.
But here's my thing. I'm okay if y'all want to shade each other, make a diss track, you make a diss track, the shade and the diss track. My problem is the fucking fans, the Barbs. I don't know what Megan Thee Stallion called her people. Somebody help me with that. And these people going back and forward, they're lunatics. These people are doxing
The
people.
hotties.
Oh, they're the hotties. Okay, thank you. So between the barbs and the hotties and y'all doxing people, they say the little white boy had to have police at his house because they had to dox the boy. They had already got him kicked off TikTok. They done
He got a
doxed the.
second page. He has a
Oh, he
second
got a
page.
second page. Oh, okay.
Because he does dolls. He usually focus on dolls. He does like a whole doll Barbie soap opera. That's his main content. I follow him. He's real funny. He does a lot of random rants sometimes though, and those are what goes viral. But he does like dolls is how he makes his bread and butter. So he'll be all right.
Well, they doxed that young man and had people go to his house to off him because the barbs are crazy like that. I mean, they ain't too far from the beehive. Let's be clear, beehive. Don't sit over there all pious and all holier than thou, beehive. Because had somebody come at Beyonce like that, y'all would be just like them.
Desecrate a grave. You ain't never seen us desecrate a grave. You ain't never seen us desecrate nobody's grave. You ain't never seen Beyonce talk about nobody's mama. You ain't never seen Beyonce slut shame nobody. We are not on. This is not us. This is not us. This is not us. This ain't us at all. We don't even play those games. You don't see us come out with a list about people whole sexual history. That ain't what we do.
They did. It was a nice list. Might I add? It was. Let me go. Hold on. Let me pull out this list. It was in the members only chat. I know it was. Let me pull this list out of the members only chat. Shout out to the members only chat. Listen, the members only chat is where we go to get all information. Any information that we need, we can get from the members only chat. Let's be clear. We can get it from the members only chat. All right. So according to the members only chat, this is who Meg that had on her list over the last 5 years. Moneybag Yo, who is that?
She came that he's dating Ari the Don. You don't know who that is.
I don't
They
know
were
who that
confirmed
is.
dating, but he's a Southern rapper. They were both from Texas, I think, and
Okay.
they both came out around the same time. You know, she broke
Okay.
up with him early on in her career.
The baby.
They
G
were work husband and wife. That's been a rumor for a while. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I wouldn't be mad if she did.
G Easy.
That's that might
I'm
have that
now
might have been
Wiz
it.
Khalifa is on here. I'm a question that one because that's my husband and he be laid up in my house. So I don't know how you
That
fucking
before.
him and he be over here laid up in my bed, bitch. I'll fuck you up, Megan. Don't have me fuck you up by my boo Wiz Khalifa. Anyway, the real Juicy J, French Montana. Who is SC?
That's Sean Carter, Jay-Z's name on Twitter.
Oh, okay. Travis XX. Is that a porn star?
That's Travis Scott.
Oh, Trey Songs, Lil Ju made the
On the
beat.
beat, yeah, Lil Juju on that beat. You know him, y'all know him.
I thought Juju on that beat was what's his name who got the OnlyFans?
No, that's a whole different person. This is a producer. He works with Megan a lot. He's the one
Oh,
that
okay.
made this. He's the one that made the sample that Nicki was originally supposed to release the song off, but he didn't clear it because he's best friends with Megan. So that's why the bars think they fucking.
But the OnlyFans boy is not Juju on that beat, boy.
No, that's a whole different. That's a whole different Juju.
Oh, okay. The one with the curved stuff. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, yeah, I
I
know.
can't
I
think of
just
his
don't
name. Something
partake.
Hill figure. What's his name?
J Hilfiger.
J Hill figure. There we go. Couldn't think of it. Party. Okay. I know who that is. Ben Simmons. Is that the Ben Simmons who played for the 76ers?
Yeah, that's him.
Oh.
I don't think so
Diddy.
though. He doesn't seem like her type.
Did he a little too high yellow, maybe?
Yeah, I don't see Diddy either.
I think Diddy too old. Tory and Meek Mills. Now it looks like it's more people on this list, but it stopped at Meek Mills. I ain't mad at the list. Now, most of the list, I might be here for it. What's wrong? Nikki, is you mad because you're not getting your back blown out? Because the only one blowing your back out is a known sex offender and pedophile?
But I just think Nicki shouldn't go down the slut shaming road. I think slut shaming is horrendous. evil act that does not benefit any man or woman, especially Nicki Minaj. Because we've all heard about how you and Drake and Lil Wayne used to get down. We all heard about how Gucci made you do certain things to get on the record. We all heard about what you were doing with Meek Mill and Safari and all of that. And then your whole little fake lesbian antics in Atlanta. We heard about it all, Nicki. I don't think you want to go down that road. Don't go down that road where you blaming people for who they sleeping with, because we don't want to have to pull up your resume. We heard about what you was doing with Walker and allegedly with Deb. We don't want to hear about that. I love you,
Waka
Nicki.
is so corny. They talk about people who corny. Waka Flocka has always been corny and never been cute. I don't see what y'all see of Waka Flocka. And I've seen him in person. I've literally stood next to this man. He is not cute at all to me, like at
He
all.
looks like one of the. He looks like Grimace.
He's not cute at all to me.
Nicki, you mess with Meek Mill, which is the worst thing you can any woman of stature could ever claim to do. Because have you
I
seen
still
Meek
don't
Mill?
know.
Meek
Can
Mill-
I, not to sidetrack, but since we talked about Walker, who in their right mind is impregnating Deb Anthony? I'm trying to make sense of the
was a
world today.
fox. They said Deb. Maybe she got that. Yeah.
Child, Deb Anthony. I just don't know.
Don't say that, because
on.
somebody impregnated Miss Gloria. Somebody impregnated Miss Kim. The studs get it in.
I see. Girl. So listen, I just think Nicki Minaj has some type of, I mean, if she has the mental duress that she's undergoing in the last 48 hours, how do we expect for her rabid fans to be any better? Because you would expect for the fans of these people to be exponentially worse than the person themselves. Like, I'll admit, Beyonce left to herself, she ain't that bad. But you Beehive people are some of the worst people walking the face of the planet, because you people are
Nobody.
certifiable. However,
Nobody.
if Nicki Minaj is a deplorable human being unto herself, what type of creature from the Black Lagoon do y'all expect her fans to be? The goddamn Barbs, who are all certifiable, does not even begin to describe these people. Like, you need the entirety of the psychiatric medical journal in order to properly diagnose what the fuck is going on with these people.
Stan culture has been a while for it's nothing new. It's just like religious cults, but much less harmful in a way.
Well, okay. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you segued right into where I wanted to go, Xavier. I'm glad you brought that up. Stan culture has been around since time immemorial. Let's be clear. However, it stopped once you left the arena or stadium where you watched them and you went home with your merchandise and paraphernalia that you had bought, and you was going to play your cassette tapes, your records, your CDs, your stream, your MP4 or iPod or whatever you use to play your music in whatever generation. You people, your people, the late millennials and Gen Zers, you people have turned this into a whole religion. And when I say religion, it's different from having a religious experience where people, when you're all in that stadium together, you're listening, you're at the concert,
You
you're having
can't
a
say
good
it's
time.
not. You can't say that.
People have gone from just having that one experience or really liking someone's music to making it a lifestyle damn near, where everything they're doing has to go back and relate to that person and that entity. And that's the kind of shit that's dangerous, where you say, oh, if somebody says anything about this person, then it's all bets off and I need to cut this person off and I need to, end their life.
But you see, it's not necessarily different because think about all the deified human beings throughout history. Think about people who have made cults of themselves, just going back to ancient history of human beings who made cults of themselves and they lasted for thousands and thousands of years.
But the difference was these weren't so and so entertainers. These were
But that's
people who
because
started cults.
we've devalued people with actual power to uplift people who don't technically have power because it feels safer to relate to them
Right.
in that way.
And like I said,
It's
don't
the
get
age
it
of
twisted.
enlightenment all over again, except
Don't get it twisted. Every generation has that entertainer where when you go to their concerts, people are having full scale religious experience, you passing out and stuff like that. You know, the Elvis generation and the James Brown and Michael and the Beatles, and you know, everybody has. But what they normally, how this goes is you go to the concerts, you have your experience, and baby, you going on back home and you get the fuck on with your life. But now these people are like, oh, bitch, you said something about Nicki. Oh, bitch, it's time to end your life. Oh, you said something about Beyonce. Baby, it's time to shut you down. And that's where it gets scary.
well, in defense, I blame y'all. But because y'all left y'all children to their own devices. So, this is the consequences of y'all actions as usual.
Wait, you got to do a better job of explaining that. Every group of every generation of teenagers, young people, like I just explained, had entertainers that they were rabid fans of, had fandom for, they stand for them, you know, but they didn't take it to the
Yeah, but they
levels
were
that
fans,
it's being taken
of
to
their
today.
parents' music. Usually it was a family thing. There's a whole
No, 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 no,
disconnect.
no. I take that back. What I'm saying, no, everybody had their the ones that they parents didn't listen to. That was their. I'll give you a perfect example. When I was in high school, now I'm about to age myself, God. But when I was in high school, boy groups were all boy bands, black boy, but this is before the white boy bands. I'm talking about black boy bands and boy groups were all the rage. Two of the biggest ones were Jodeci and Boyz II Men were two of the biggest ones, right? And there was the whole thing. Girls would tell their moms that they like Boyz II Men when secretly they really like Jodeci. You see what I'm saying? Because Boyz II Men was the clean cut, good boys, whereas Jodeci was the ones that was gonna blow your back out, and you wanted to bring them around your friends, but you just took the Boyz II Men ones to to go see your mama. But the point that I'm making is our parents didn't listen to Boyz II Men and Jodeci. That was our music. Um, and things like that, or even like Usher and stuff like that. Our parents weren't listening to no Usher and no TLC and stuff like that. They weren't listening to that mess. They were listening to their music, and we had our music. They still made sure we heard their music. They still made sure we were, in tune and introduced to their music, but we still had stuff that was just ours. And we had, of course, their music as well. And I think that y'all have had a good mix of the same. Like y'all listen to y'all parents' music as well as your own. Y'all are
Do
just
we really? Who?
what?
Because I can tell you, like, you have maybe we listen to the superstars. You might know some young people that listen to Mariah. You might know some people who listen to Whitney, but nobody's listening to like Anita Baker.
Some of them, it just depends on the people. It
Nobody's
depends on the
listening to Tony
household and the
Braxton.
parents.
Nobody's listening to Tony Braxton. They might listen to more Tamar Braxton than Tony Braxton, to be honest.
But they've heard Tony. They know Tony.
To a lot of people, Tony is just Tamar's older sister. Look at Cran Rock. See how she.
We got to get to her later, dear God. Help me, Lord. We got to get there, don't we? Let
There's
me
a
just say
big
this.
disconnect.
I'm gonna say this. For those of you all out here windmilling for the wife of a known pedophile and sex offender, go with God. I have nothing else for you people. I don't know what you people want. Y'all ain't gonna be happy till your asses is locked up in jail frankly, her ass might need to be locked up some goddamn way in some mental institution. But that's a whole thing that I can't make the determination of because they don't pay me to do that. However, y'all need to find a
These are
hobby.
children. These are a lot of these are children. I don't think they'll be
They
charged as adults.
are.
I don't think they'll be
And
charged as adults.
when your children are allowed free reign and allowed to just be out of order and out of control like that, like y'all are going to the graves of dead of people's dead mothers and desecrating people's grave sites. Yeah, you got some issues. Yeah, you don't went not a tad bit too far, way too far. Since you brought up she who shall not be named, let me get this trick out the way. The proverbial hashtag ABC, that is Cran Rock. Xavier, I blame you for her. She's your generation. You can have her.
Blame OnlyFans. This
When
is nothing but OnlyFans. This this is a I don't even know what this is. It's a phenomenon. That's what it's called. She, Blueface, Stewie, the babies. It's all a phenomenon. You really
so
can't blame nobody for this.
so for those people who have not been brought up to speed, let me bring you up to speed. Hold on, let me put the picture up so that you can see what we got going on here. Hold on 1 second. Let me get the picture uploaded real fast. I forgot to upload it. My bad. I was supposed to already have it uploaded. My bad. Hold on.
More
Give me
songs from Nicki Minaj. She said she got 4 more songs to go.
so right. He talk about blame OnlyFans. Don't blame OnlyFans. OnlyFans ain't did nothing. Blame
She got her
Zeus. Yes.
start. But no, OnlyFans is where she got her start.
Blame Zeus.
No, Zeus
Because
paid
most
her.
people didn't know her from OnlyFans. Most people didn't find out about her till Zeus.
That's the
So the
truth.
woman went and got this damn tattoo of that miscreant and derelict of society on her face. This is what y'all got going on in these yet to be United States of America. You see what we got going on, right, Xavier? I blame you. This is what we got going on. She said, fuck y'all and fuck y'all life. She and Blueface have a bond y'all will never understand, and y'all never gonna break them up. I said it then, and I'm still saying it now. Why is that child still in their custody? Why, God? Why, Lord? God help us, please, Lord. Why is that child still in the custody of her and or anybody in that family? Why, Lord? Why? I'm trying to understand. Wait, SJ. Now I will say that credit to the tattoo artist. That's a damn good tattoo.
I think it's a fake tattoo, but that's just me.
Listen, they had they had a I saw a picture where they had the stencil on there, and then you saw the aftermath after the stencil. I was like, whoever did that tattoo did a damn good job. You think it's fake? You think it could come off, Xavier?
Yeah, I think because she's had previous tattoos that came off. You know.
I just don't understand you people. I do not understand you people. And I have stopped trying to understand. First of all, anybody or any entity that gets a tattoo on their face, I have no words for you. I have ceased from trusting you. I do not believe that we belong breathing the same airspace. You are relegated to that of insects and other insignificant creatures that the good Lord decided that he wanted to create. You're not on my level. Please get out of my airspace. I don't trust anything or anybody with tattoos on their face, and I don't give a damn who you are.
So Jason Love is insect now.
Yes.
The game is insect now.
Yes.
Summer Walker is insect.
Yes. Any more names you want to bring up? I don't trust people with face tattoos.
I mean, I make exceptions.
There's no exceptions for me. No exceptions, no excuses. Like, what mental state are you in that you're getting tattoos on your face?
Well, she's not well. She's not well.
Which just proves my point. We're dealing.
She's claiming that she's well. Nobody's claiming that she's
We're
well.
dealing with the derelicts of society. We are dealing with people who have brain capacities south of about a 50 IQ score. South of about a 50 IQ score. Okay.
You think they have IQ in general? Stop that. Stop that. They can't even spell IQ. Don't do that.
Like, when you decide that a level-headed individual is getting tattoos on their face, when somebody says, yeah, it's a good idea for me to get this face tattoo, that immediately calls into question anything about them. I don't want to be anywhere with you. I don't want to be anywhere where you are a factor with me. We could be somewhere and be in imminent danger, and now I'm questioning all of your decision making and skills. I'm questioning anything you do or anything you say, because if you make the decision, the cognitive decision to put needle to face with ink and get shit injected into the skin on your face, I want no parts of you, because you're gonna get all our asses killed. Not killed, killed. Because there's a difference. You can be killed or you can be killed. And you know, our ghetto asses out the hood, we know the difference. You can either be killed or you could be killed. Your ass is about to be killed dealing with this fucktard that got fucking ink in their goddamn face. And that's all I'm gonna say about it.
Just pray for the babies. We are just praying for the babies. It's okay.
I'm praying that CPS grows a pair and comes and pick up that goddamn child from this woman. I don't even want the child to go to the grandparents at this point. The child don't even need to go to the grandparents. Just take the child away.
Well, first they got to get the older two first, I'll tell you. They just can't pick up. They got to do things in decency and order. They got to get the cases on the older ones first. They got to get through those cases first.
Just take all of them. Take all of them. Take all of them.
All of them. They need to do their investigations. We got to.
Can we get a case where they are involuntarily sterilized? Can we please, like, if there was ever a case for involuntary sterilization, here we go. Because this is one reason why you can't vote for these pro-life people, because they're going to force people like her to continue to have babies and push them out and bring them into this world. If there's ever a reason for you to go and vote, for there to be the option to have no longer to terminate a pregnancy, these people are a reason why you need to go vote, because they're going to be left adding to the gene pool.
Well, first of all, I thought after so many abortions that all those things would kind of be like at some point dissipate, all those functions, fallopian tubes would, kind of burn off. But, God works miracles somehow, some way.
Child, some of these people continue, they are just as fertile as can be. Baby, you look at them and they pregnant. That's how my family are. I got some cousins and some relatives that have had more than 3. Ask me if they ain't still popping them out now. Some things just gonna happen. But yes, SJ, killed did. Not killed, killed did. We will be killed did fucking around with the likes of Cran Rock. I'm just telling you what I know. Killed did. Killed did. Just telling you. Let me. What else we had going on? Y'all had so much going on. I couldn't this weekend. I couldn't even keep up. It was just so much. Just Hilarious was announced, and I vomited in my mouth. I vomited in my mouth when she announced it. I vomited in my mouth when they said, "Oh, it's not her," and now I'm vomiting in my mouth again now that it is her. I mean, in more news of people who are the wrong people I want to be stuck in a room with, you have Just Hilarious.
I mean, I feel like at this point, just hilarious is a non-factor. My main concern is more about Charlemagne going into this political cycle this year, as this is an election year, and he has become the soapbox all of a sudden for the Republican Party. I don't like. It was one thing to criticize Biden for things that Biden wasn't doing, but you're criticizing Biden for things that Biden is doing, Charlemagne, and it's giving slow. It's giving a slow tease. It's giving a moron. I don't know, Charlemagne. I don't know.
I mean, all you're doing, Just Hilarious, is adding to the basket of deplorables. You're a deplorable. Envy is a deplorable. Charlemagne the God is a deplorable. I mean, let's be clear. And Charlemagne the God, y'all know, was born, bred, and groomed by the queen of the box of deplorables, Wendy Williams. So why do I expect them to be? You all are awful, horrible people. Go with God. I don't understand how people are even still listening to the Breakfast Club, but apparently this is what people like.
They have a very large following, and they champion a lot of new, younger rap artists that most
Mm,
older generations wouldn't listen to.
I figure Fuckboy Nation. What? Listen, look at the amount of people that like Nicki. We just were talking about the Barbs. Look how many people are Barbs.
Well, that's because Nicki has years of talent and stuff. Like, let's not
Look how
discredit the
many
lady's
people.
craft.
Look how popular Krishan Rock and Blueface are.
Give. Let's be clear. Blueface had a hit. He had one hit.
The point that
Tatiana
I'm
was
making
everywhere.
is, hey, L Love, what's going on? The point that I'm making is these people will follow and watch anything apparently, and so Just Hilarious can be added to the box of deplorables that go. I mean, I guess if that's if that's something to put on the resume. Oh, I was on the show with Charlemagne and DJ Envy. I guess
That's,
an
that's
alleged raper, an alleged rapist, and someone who swindled his community out of hundreds of millions of dollars. So these are the people. And oh yeah, you're a known transphobe yourself. So I guess we I mean you fit in.
let's be clear. The Breakfast Club has put a lot of people on. Like Flame Monroe wasn't nothing, and then all of a sudden she was. Until
Well, I'm not gonna say they put her on. She had been doing the rounds for years. She ain't
she
never been
became
shit.
national, but she became national after she went on there.
I'm not gonna say they did that because what they would do with Flame is she would go on some of the national programs whenever they wanted to be transphobic. They would go and dig her up from under whatever rock she was the fuck under and get her to go and say all types of insidious things about the trans community, and then she would go crawl back under her rock. But what the Breakfast Club decided to do was give her more, start giving her more time. Now it usually was the white community that was giving Flame Monroe a platform. It wasn't really the black community, and it wasn't to the Breakfast Club where the black, she was starting to get that access in the black community.
Mm, what a shame of all the
Mm,
people.
I'm just saying.
But hey,
Anyway,
God works
so
in mysterious ways. He works in mysterious ways.
you have three horrible people. They can have themselves. They can have each other. They can have each other. I don't even care.
According to some of the blog sites, Envy and Charlemagne have had each other repeatedly, nightly, monthly. But that's just what people say, allegedly.
Mm. mm.
Maybe they'll start having Jess too. I don't know. Maybe if she gets down like that. I don't know. I don't know.
Who knows?
Mm.
Halle Bailey, I missed all of this weekend where um she upset with people because the people was upset with her about lying about her pregnancy, and now she all up in
She
arms.
never
She
lied.
said, quote, I never lied or even said anything about it, honey. Making a joke about my nose was the farthest I went. I'll never understand why you are mad. I protected my own space. Wouldn't you do the same? And I'm going to share my pics now if I want to because my son is here safely. If you don't want to see it, just keep scrolling, baby. God bless. Hold on. God bless you.
And she's not wrong. She never
Yes, she
said that
is.
she
Oh
wasn't.
yeah. She
Yeah,
absolutely is wrong. She
no, she never
absolutely the
said
fuck
she
is
wasn't
wrong.
pregnant. Let's technically, she never said she wasn't pregnant.
Let's be clear. Even if she never did, we had the whole thing with her sister out here windmilling.
Haley,
Yes, it does. Yes, it absolutely does. And she even
sisters.
admits, hold on. She admitted to trying to hide it. And let's be clear. Haley and Chloe, let's be clear, have been pretty unscathed by the black community. I ain't talking about the white community, but amongst the black community, they don't got a lot of passes on a lot of stuff. People don't
What they
come
have
at their
done?
throat. Hold on, I'm not saying nobody ever says anything, but they definitely don't come at their throat as hard as they come at some other people. And so I would my point being, if you would have just came out and said, "Hey, I'm pregnant," nobody was gonna be out here windmill or saying anything bad about Haley. If she came out here and said she was pregnant, they would have been like, "Oh, that's beautiful, great." You
Yes,
tried
they
to
would have.
hide it. Your sister got drugged by Funky Dineva for for trying to protect you. You and your sister, when we said, is she pregnant? Y'all was out here. Oh no. Remember when we said she was pregnant? She went and made sure she put out pictures of her showing her stomach as if to say she didn't directly say I'm not pregnant, but she definitely tried to demonstrate that to us in her posts on Instagram and stuff and all of that. When we would say, ain't she pregnant? She come out here and show her stomach and all of it. I'm like, Haley.
Women have hid pregnancies for years. Listen, Kerry Washington is still hiding them two children. So
But my problem is I don't even have a problem if you hide it. But after you decide to come out, don't be mad with the people that got a problem with you trying to hide it when you know the people was like,
that's her
hey,
choice.
if
People
that was your
criticize her.
listen, they're criticizing it because y'all tried to make the people seem like they were stupid, like they just didn't know what the fuck they was talking about. And if you wanted it
Criticizing
hid,
her baby daddy choice.
if you wanted it hid, you should have went out there to your sister and said, I don't need you windmilling for me, sweetheart. Because the more you windmill, the more attention it brings. And I'm trying to hide this, and I don't need no goddamn attention out here on me. And you also should not be putting out pictures so as to try to negate the things that people are saying.
I'm just saying that people had a lot to say about who she chose to have a baby by, and it was pretty stressful for her. And we should respect that.
Let it go, Xavier. People said something about Rihanna's baby daddy. She still wouldn't have had her baby and had another one and
I
rumored to
don't
have
care,
another one coming.
but y'all know Rihanna. Rihanna don't care. Rihanna don't care.
And
Rihanna is the
so,
Avon lady.
and so, you should not care either. Don't come out here windmilling now,
I tell you, she
Haley.
young. She young. She ain't got months of
Baby, that excuse ain't gonna last but so long. Oh, I'm young. Da, da, da. No, baby, you're a mother now. That excuse that went out the window. Oh, I'm young. No, baby, you can't use that excuse no more. Sorry, you're a liar. Go with God. That's where
It's
we
okay,
are
Haley.
with her.
We here for you. We here for you, Haley. We still
No,
love
we
you.
ain't. Go with God. In more news of people doing things the wrong way. Hold on, I'm gonna do one more good story. Then we go get the sugar spikes because I got two good sugar spiky ones too, Xavier today. Ooh, I got two good sugar spike ones today. You need to hear. Maybe three. Ooh, Tracy, I need you to come up here for one of these sugar spike stories too. What Tracy? Tracy, I'm gonna need you for one of these sugar spike stories because it's from your area too. All right. So Good story of their Sugar Spike segment. I don't know. Well, some people may see this as good. Some people may say not so much. So it's being rumored that Big Dick having as John David Washington, that would be the son of Denzel Washington, is allegedly being considered to take over the role of Kang the Conqueror now that Jonathan Majors won't be having it no more. That's according to a report by insider David Rickman that this weekend he said that John David Washington may be the next person to take on Kang in the MCU. Now y'all know Jonathan Majors got fired last month after the trial, after the verdict in that trial. Are you here for John David Washington?
I think he was a good choice, maybe. I was pulling for Sope Deriso, but you know.
Who?
Sope Deriso. He's on he's a British actor. He was in the Mr. Malcolm's list.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I'm more here for John David Washington. Give it to somebody from here. I'm always rooting for Black Americans. Give it to my people. So
I just want the better actor. But you know,
I feel like John David.
I know. I think he has potential, but some of his choices have been a few.
I think he has more. If you look at his roles, he's had a lot more versatility than any other people that were being considered. A lot more versatility.
But he has versatility, but he's been panned for his versatility. People didn't like his performance. What was his performance? Nobody talked about his performance in Black Klansman.
He was up for an Oscar. I thought, wasn't he up for an Oscar in Black Klansman?
No, he wasn't.
He was up for something. Was it a Golden
That was
Globe?
Judas and the Black Messiah.
No, the Black hold on. Let me see. The Black Klansman, right? Klansman Award nominations. It was up for Academy Award for Best Writing. It was up for a Academy Award for Best Picture, Best Supporting.
The white man got
several.
Actor. But
it got several Academy Award nominees. He got a Golden Globe. He got a Golden Globe nominee for Best Actor. He got that. That was him.
White man. That was for the white man.
No, I'm looking at it. The white man got Best Supporting, but for Best Actor, he was nominated. Yeah. He was nominated.
He was?
That's what it says here. Hold on. Anyway, but that was a very good role for him. And remember, I really couldn't even see him playing that. Remember, he was on, what was the show he was on HBO with The Rock? Oh God, it was such a good show too. What's the show?
Ballers.
Thank you. Yes, Ballers. He was, and so to see him go from that to that was really good. It was something else. He was good. So he's versatile. I could see him doing it. I could really see him doing it and committing to the role. I'd like to see it. I'm here for it. Here for all of it. Tracy, I need you to come up for this next story. All right, ladies and gentlemen, non-binary, gender conforming members of our audience, it's time for your Sugar Spike segment.
You see, this is the part that I like.
Major Sugar Spike.
So long, I want to fight. Daddy gave. His only begotten son.
Major Sugar Spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major Sugar Spike.
They shall not perish. but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus. See something here. I don't know what Tracy had. Now I told her Tracy to bring her butt up here. Let me go to another story. So first, not the Barbs need to taste some of the biscuit. You know what? Oh, Tracy says she's still at work. Okay, Tracy. So Tiana Taylor's husband cut off their utilities.
The
That
ghetto.
would be Iman
The ghetto.
Shumpert.
That is so ghetto.
I don't mean to. I'm sorry. Like, here's the deal. I don't believe for a second that these children went without power. Let's be clear. I don't think for a second that they went without power. However, I think probably what happened was he made her get the utilities in her name and not in his name no more. And that's what happened. But for a story at a headline, it sounds good to say, yeah, he had my utilities cut off. When, you know, oh man, you say John David Washington has a stake attitude toward his daddy. Every time I seen them together, they seem to be okay. Let me clear, help give him a every time I've seen them, they seem to be okay. Like, he's talked favorably about his dad. What he's tried to do though, below, is he doesn't want to always be under the shadow of his dad, which I don't blame him. Like, he doesn't want to be known as Denzel Washington's son. He wants to be known as John David Washington, actor in his own right. So, but do you believe that these kids had to go without power at any point, Xavier? Do you think that what's the child name? Journey? Isn't her name Journey? The oldest daughter?
Junie.
Something
And
like that.
Ruby.
And Ruby. Okay. Do you think they really went without utilities?
Yes, for about an hour or two.
I don't even think it was that. But yeah, I'm okay. They might not even be home. Maybe an hour. Okay.
But
Because
listen,
let's be clear.
Imam went on a whole media thing talking about how he likes to pay all the bills and he likes to make sure every bill is paid and he don't want his woman spending no money. That's what he said.
And so you had to expect that if y'all get divorced and he done moved out, that he said, well, go with God. You, first of all, you shouldn't have even let it get to that point. Once he went nuclear and started putting all of this stuff out about the divorce, you should have knew the shit was over at that point and said, yeah, let me not let him fuck me up. Everything that's in that bastard name, I want it all in my name. That's the first thing you're supposed to have done. Now, you're supposed to handle business, Tiana, and I expect you to handle business better than that, because he's already shown you he don't give a shit about you. Has he not shown her that over and over and over? So the man showed you he ain't shit. So you should have known that and said, yeah, let me not let him fuck me up. All that shit that's in his name, change that shit to my name immediately.
This is her first divorce. She don't know no better.
Because you can't even get lights turned on that fast. Like, if the lights turned off, you got to go fill out applications and all kinds of stuff. You know, they got to run checks and credit checks and make sure you ain't got no, you don't owe them no money. You know, they got to check stuff. It ain't like, oh yeah, you turn it. Oh, I'm gonna just go get it turned. No, boo. It's different if you ain't paid a bill and you got to go just, pay the bill. And, some like, see, growing up in the hood and having to have your lights turned off before many times growing up. Back in the day, now it might be changed now, but back in the day, even if you went and paid the bill, if you paid it after a certain time, them lights didn't come back on till the next day. And they would tell you, yeah, after... It used to be like after like 4 or 5 o'clock. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to turn them on till the next day. Sorry. And now you got to go the whole night without power. I know what I'm talking about. So
I ain't never had my light turned off, so I can't speak on that.
I have as a child, not as an adult when I paid my own, but as a child, yeah, I've had it happen. Anyway, Tiana, I don't know what to tell you, girl. You're supposed to have done better. Snoop Dogg is going to be added to the list of people who ain't shit, like Ice Cube, like Lil Wayne, because now he says he has nothing but love and respect for your president or former president, Donald John.
He was just high. He doesn't know what he's saying. He knows not what they do. You know, he was high. His mind was altered. We can't really trust what he's saying.
He was doing an interview with Sunday Times where he was asked what his read was on your former president in the 2024 elections, and he said, quote, Donald Trump, he ain't done nothing wrong to me. He has done only great things for me. He pardoned Michael Harris. And quote. He then went on to say, quote, so I have nothing but love and respect for Donald Trump. End of quote. I don't know why you people continue to want to be lapdogs for massa. I just don't understand it. I do not understand this whole mentality of, like, I get in the mind of some of our ancestors that probably was over there down with our people down to the plantations where they be like, listen, we can do this shit. It's enough of us. We can fuck these bitches up and get the fuck out of here and get our freedom. And you got bastard ass motherfuckers that's like, no, because Master gonna get us and the overseers. And we over here screaming, bitches, 400 of us and 16 of them. Some of us might not make it, but they ain't gonna be able to take out all 400 of our asses. And these bastards like, nah, because Master them been good to us. They been giving us the good food right off the table. Like, bruh, that's kind of how I feel where we are with some of these people.
Listen, I feel the same way about all those black people who keep on talking about that little Trump checks they got during the pandemic. They just won't let that go. It's clear that some people just ain't never had
check.
But he signed it, so that means he gave it to them. That's their logic. It's a lot about much of it is about a lack of the political process. They don't understand that this is Congress who controls the pocketbook. They don't get it. I don't think a lot of them know that there's 3 branches. It all goes back to the devaluing of education in this country.
But I ain't gonna even go with that. You don't have people, black people, and other people in your own family that done gave you more money than Donald Trump, and you cuss their ass out every goddamn day, twice on Sundays. But this white, racist, bigoted ass man that gave you some money, now all of a sudden you're bowing before him? Really? Like, I ain't even gonna buy this whole he gave me some money bullshit. Just a mess. Snoop, you could be very easily lumped into the box of deplorables with Ice Cube, Lil Wayne, Waka Flocka, and all of these other fucktards and bitch boys that be out here caping for massa.
I forgot to mention this when we were talking about Nicki. She also tweeted that she liked Ben Shapiro's song. I felt like that was relevant in this conversation.
It's just ridiculous. Go away forever, Snoop. Go away. Go with God. In others, now this is what I needed Tracy up here for, because this is her boy. Former governor of the great state of New York, Andrew Cuomo, is now being said to have harassed dozens of staffers, and that's according to the Department of Justice. The Department of Justice determined that former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo fostered a sexually hostile work environment and had staff reprimand some of those who went to higher ups about the sexual harassment between 2013 and 2021. This was revealed on Friday as a part of a civil rights settlement with Governor Kathy Hochul, where they locked in reforms already carried out by the current governor, as well as additional practices aimed at preventing sexual harassment and retaliation in the New York State Executive Chamber. So they're passing a lot of laws and legislations to kind of, correct this and make sure there isn't any, more of this. But listen, they say it was bad. They say it was found that he, quote, repeatedly subjected female employees to unwelcome, non-consensual sexual contact, ogling, unwelcome sexual comments, gender-based names, comments on their physical appearances, and or preferential treatment based on their physical appearance. End of quote. They said he had it going on, and they said literally dozens of staffers. And anytime somebody went to a higher up about it, he had them reprimanded. Just a mess. A mess. A mess. But listen, I believe it, Tracy. I believe they still love Andrew Cuomo. Hell, look at the people in DC. They look at Marion Barry as if he's a demigod. And Marion Barry was a whole ass crackhead out here paying for skanks. He was a whole ass crackhead paying for skanks. And they will make every excuse in the world for that crackhead. There's that.
To be fair, being a crackhead is far less worse than being a sexual offender. But that's just my opinion.
Oh boy, here come Tracy. Oh God. What's up, Tracy?
Okay. Just real quick. Cuomo is one of the people who's like stuck in the 80s in the mindset of, I didn't touch him. I just, everything else kind of deal. I made the comments. I made the crude jokes. I made you feel uncomfortable kind of deal. But I didn't touch nobody. So it isn't a thing in his mind kind of deal. Because what the funny thing is, he was the person who like increased the SA laws around here. Like it was him who was like, "Ooh, yeah, right."
All the while he got his own shit going on.
That's I'm like, to him, it's one of those things where it's like you could tell he's one of those people who don't get it, kind of deal.
Which is why his brother had that situation with Angela Rye, where he called her tinsel crotch and was wondering why she was offended.
Yep. That's exactly what that is. It's one of those like, well, I ain't touch nobody, so it's not as. And I'm like, I mean, that probably would have worked in the 80s, but that don't work now. So yeah. I need you to come up with the times kind of deal. Yeah. So it was crazy because it was like you literally did this whole thing for like, people of assault and all of this and and harsher punishments, and you extended the time period that people could file and all this stuff. Not realizing, sir, you're gonna be one of the people that you trap up in your own thing that you come up with. I just need
pretty
you
much.
to understand. Like, yeah, it was one. It's one of those where he was like, and you'll hear a lot of people be like, he ain't touched nobody. I mean, so he said it his way, and not to be funny, but all of them is clear. So if you ask black people, we really like, oh no, let him harass her all day. Absolutely, twice on Sunday. We'll see no problem. We'd be like,
well, he was trained by his daddy. He was trained by his daddy, so his daddy came up during the old school anyway. So it makes sense.
Yep. It's one of those things where it was like, sir, you clearly didn't register that, like, asking people you know, how they feel about having affairs. Why it's just you and them in the office is a problem. Like,
A real problem.
what are you talking about? Like, yeah, he didn't touch or he hugged me too tight or hugged me too long, but never like in an inappropriate place. It just made me uncomfortable, kind of thing. It's, you know, a lot of people's like, yeah,
I don't think that he thought
Jeremy
anybody
said.
would say anything. That's why, because he felt like it was. I'll give you a perfect example. I've had a higher up that afterwards I realized hit on me, and I was like, when I thought about it. So the next time I went in his office, it was very uncomfortable for me, because he was like, yeah, because I know what they say about you black guys. That's why I love y'all, and I was like, er. And so the next time I went in his office, I was like, mm. It made me feel icky because he didn't have an Ice Cube chance in hell of even looking my way. So I was just like, ew.
Oh yeah, it's 1000% one of those where it's like to him and like even to Chris, they're like they say these things. They're like, what do you mean? That like no, like no, I didn't touch nobody. Like I didn't do anything. Like no, you know that's for real criminals who do things like
Mm.
kind of deal. And like the crazy part is like when the lady started allegations and it first came out, he was like, I never had sex with her. Like, no, absolutely not. Like, you could see in his mind, it was one of them things where it was like, remember how Luke had did that video and he was like, I didn't even know what grooming was. They had to teach me what grooming meant. I ain't never groomed nobody. And we're like, no, sir, you really did. Like
You really did.
you
You really
really
did.
did. You really did.
Really did.
But in like, from the time he grew up in the era he grew up in, like it didn't even register to him that that's a
That
thing.
term wasn't even a thing back then.
Yeah, it wasn't a thing, so it doesn't register to him that that's what it was. He's like, no, and we're like, but no, that's exactly it. It doesn't register. That is literally what this is to him. Because as
The
soon as
entire definition.
he was like, I've never had sex with her, and he was like, no, he was like, we joked and we did this when we flirted and stuff, but I never had sex with her. I was like, um, I don't think you're getting it. Like, it's going to come a little later. You're not quite getting it yet. Where some people is like, they touch you, but that's why a lot of people appear as just like he ain't that bad. I mean, realistically, we've had much worse, and at least he was like fighting to get stuff done. I mean,
I
yeah,
mean,
he
in the
made.
grand scheme of politics, we have to, I guess, compare the lesser of two evils, I guess, in the grand scheme of politics.
I
That's where we
mean,
are.
it's grab her by the crotch, or get to flying out underage women, underage girls. I mean,
I mean, you could be Matt Getz, which is sending cash apps to people for to sex traffic, 17 and 16-year-old girls, allegedly.
What's going on with that? Where's the court case about
The
that?
House Ethics Committee is currently investigating. They actually have a hearing this week where they're going to have they have the guy, I can't think his name right now. He'll be there this week to because they have to question him about the whole Matt Gay situation. So there is a House Ethics Committee on it. But my thing about it is he's done things way more egregious than Representative John Doe, who they ousted, but they let Matt Gaetz continue to gallivant all through the halls of Congress. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day.
And what about his adopted son? Did anybody do the background check on that the adopted little brown boy?
Nope. Oh, look at Really Be. Really Be done went live. Let me get up off here, y'all, so I can send y'all around there to Really Be. Well, I think I got caught up on the weekend. Did I get caught up well enough on this weekend, y'all? Because I don't have a whole lot more for this weekend, child. I think I'm caught up, right?
Yeah, everything that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Okay, good. because I ain't have a whole lot more for the weekend. But we don't got caught up. Listen, y'all. Thank you, Xavier, for coming up and helping me through this. Thank you, Tracy, for coming up and helping me through this. And yeah, I appreciate y'all for doing y'all thug dizzle up here. Anyway, to my wonderful pupils and hall monitors in the chat, as I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged and much appreciated. I am going to get out of here until tomorrow. I need to go catch up on Married to Medicine. I watched that awful Real Housewives of Potomac episode. Now I got to go watch Suffer Through Married to Medicine. God help me. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all, probably till tomorrow. Until then, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out. Bye, y'all.